Good morning, good afternoon, good night at whatever time you are watching this video. Okay, so welcome all, and I hope now you have started making the notes. And yes, for business law subject you need to make 100 pages notes, sufficient from my side. And one more thing I'll mention here, for your management accounting it's better to maintain a 200 pages notes. Okay, if you are a action taker. If you are not a action taker, then kindly keep your notebook in a cupboard. Okay, now I am believing that your notebook you are using for learning the subjects. So with the same belief I am continuing with the essentials of valid contract. Last class we have seen the one essential in detail, that was your offer and acceptance. And today we'll see the another essential of valid contract, that is your lawful consideration. That means one party will give and another party will take. Even in the last class also we have seen the meaning of lawful consideration, but again I am going to repeat it, okay, because I don't think so, from my side at least, repeating doesn't make any tension. Okay, it's not at all a loss of time. I don't know about you. Okay, so lawful consideration, that means your value, okay, which you are going to give, okay, or which is given for the performance of a promise. So it is a valid consideration in business law must involve every party. Okay, that means how many parties are involved in that contract. As we know, as per the rules there should be a minimum 2 party. Okay, so both the party should get something as a consideration. Just for example, if I say that our old one, I hope you remember the older one, that where A has agreed to sell his red color Audi car to B for rupees 5 lakh and B has accepted the offer. Okay, so in this example what happening, B is getting the red color Audi car, that is his part of consideration, and A is getting the rupees 5,000, that is his part of consideration. So that means both the party who were involved in the contract getting some consideration. So for a valid contract it is essential that there should be a presence of lawful consideration for all the parties of that particular contract. Okay, and it's not necessary that consideration is going to be money only. Okay, it can be anything whichever the parties have agreed. Just make sure that is having some value. Even just suppose you are going to sign a contract with some singer, and she has agreed to come and sing a song for in your some functions, okay, family functions. So here no money for you, the consideration you are going to enjoy a very nice song, okay, and for the singer the payment will be the consideration. So consideration, it's not necessary that always it will be a money. Okay, and then always keep remember one important line, a contract without consideration is a void contract. Okay, so consideration should be present to make a valid contract. Clear? Now we will move towards the types of consideration. Okay, types of consideration, where very first we have past consideration. Okay, if I'm saying that past consideration, that means promise or act which is already performed before the contract was made. Okay, just for example, just suppose you have gone outside on a bike and your bike ran out of the petrol on the way, and then suddenly you saw your one of very nice friend, okay, and you requested him, please fill the petrol on my bike and I'll pay you later. So this is your past consideration. For your friend. For you are getting the consideration now, that is your petrol, but you have told to your friend, you have promised to your friend, or you have agrees with your friend that I will pay you the amount after one day. Okay, so that is your past consideration. Now coming to the next, that is present consideration. Okay, so it's like at the same time, okay, one party is performing his part of promise, and then the other party is performing his part of promise. Okay, present consideration, like just suppose you have where you will, okay, you have visited to a vegetable shop to buy some good vegetables. Okay, so you're going to tell to the shopkeeper, give me that for 200, this the like whatever your proper selection of vegetables you're going to do, and you're going to demand, and definitely the vegetable shopkeeper is going to pack that in a bag. Bag means I'm saying poly bags or something, okay, or if you are a very good aware customer of India, then you will carry definitely your own bag. So he will put all the vegetables whichever you have demanded in your bag. So you got your consideration, that is vegetables, and now you are going to do the payment to the shopkeeper, that is shopkeeper consideration, and it's happening on the same place, same time, so that is your present consideration. Okay, now next we have future consideration. Okay, when a party okay, when a party make a promise in exchange for the promise from the other party, and the performance of the consideration will be done after making the contract, then it is going to be your future consideration. Okay, just suppose A promise to sell his car to B, for which B is supposed to pay rupees 5 lakh at a future date. Okay, so this is your future consideration. Now the next we have in a queue, that is your unreal consideration. So very nicely I have written for you here, when a consideration exists only in words and not in fact. In real terms it is not possible. Only in the words you can say, okay, I can do this. Now just suppose I am going to tell you, give me 5 lakh rupees and I will convert your this toy car into real Audi car. Is it possible? Not possible. It is not at all a reality. Okay, it is an unreal consideration. Giving like one party is giving 5 lakh rupees and another party is saying that with the magic I will convert this your toy car into a real car. It's not possible. And please keep remember, because these type of great questions you get in your case studies also. Okay, so these type of things which only consider or which like exist only in the words, not in the fact, that is your unreal consideration. Now coming to the next, unlawful consideration. So for this you have to keep remember some of the list. Okay, a consideration is said to be unlawful when you have these all things. It is forbidden by law. Okay, law is not going to allow the things. Whatever you are going to agree for the consideration, it is not accepted by the law. Then it would be defeated by the provision of any law. If any particular law is also going to defeat this, that your particular agreed consideration, then again it will be unlawful. Then it is fraudulent. Some fraud is involved in that. Or if it involves or implies injury to a person or property of the another. Any consideration, okay, where any person is going to get injured or somebody's property is going to get injured, then it is again the unlawful consideration. Okay, and the other is it is regarded as immoral or opposed to public policy by the court. So any unlawful consideration whichever is going to have any of this or like all together. Okay, if it is forbidden, if it is defeated by the law, if it is fraud, if it is like going to injure someone or somebody's property, or if it is opposed to public policy according to the code, these all is going to be your unlawful consideration. So I hope the types of consideration is clear now. Okay, next we have to learn, okay, if we are talking about lawful consideration, okay, then what and all are the points, okay, which make the consideration valid. Okay, pointers on valid consideration, which makes that your consideration is valid consideration, because valid consideration will lead towards the valid contract. So very first comes here, consideration must be, okay, or consideration has to move as per the desire of the promisor. Who was the promisor? Remember, promisor were the offerer who used to make the offer, who used to make an offer. I hope last class, yes or no, lots of tensions. Please refer your last class also. Actually, I am not here to say please also, okay, because it's your duty. And the last class we have seen promiser or offerer who used to make the offer. So consideration must be moved according to the desire of promiser. So now just suppose take an example, okay, just an example of what, yes, shopkeeper used to decide the price of the article which he is selling, definitely not you, okay. Because if shopkeeper, you are going to buy something and shopkeeper is going to say that this is for 100 rupees, okay, so you are not going to say that nana it is for 50 rupees, definitely no. Shopkeeper will tell you kindly go to some other shop, okay, maybe like this happen, okay. Reason is what, the consideration always decided by the promiser, okay. Even in our example also, red color Audi car price of 5 lakh rupees was decided by the A, not by the B, okay. So that is your promiser. According to the promiser or according to the desire of promiser, consideration will move, okay. Now coming to the next point, that is consideration could be of 3 types. We have seen all the 3 types, okay. The lawful consideration, okay, we are talking, please don't get confused that ma'am has told 5 types of consideration, so why only 3 here. Those all were types of consideration, and now we are talking about the points which make your consideration valid, okay. So for valid consideration I am talking here, and valid consideration can be 3 types: past, present and future, and which we have seen just now, what your past, what is your present and what is your future, okay. Now coming to the next point, it must not be illegal or void or impossible to perform. Illegal, now suppose very nicely you are going to enter into a contract, so called, I hope you know very well the word called supari, yes or no. A has taken the supari of C with B, very nice, for rupees 1 lakh. What supari? Supari means, you know better than me, yeah? You people all are present era people's generation. A has agreed with B, I will kill C, and B has agreed you kill C and then I will give you 10 lakh rupees. So please, this is totally illegal. Killing someone is totally illegal, not accepted. So make sure your consideration must not be illegal, void or impossible. Remember the impossible. I would like to add here other point also, that is last point in your this slide. It must be real, not illusionary. That is, it must be real. You should able to perform it. Impossible to perform, if I am saying, as I suppose if I'll tell you, in one day if you are going to walk for 5 lakh kilometer, I will give you 5 crore rupees. Is it possible? In one day walking, I am not saying that traveling by means of any means, okay, transport means, no, by walking you have to cover 5 lakh kilometers and then I'll give you 5 crore rupees. 5 lakh kilometers walking in a day, highly impossible, okay. So those all can't be your valid consideration, clear. Next we have consideration may move from the promisee to the another person. Now what is this? Consideration may move from the promisee to the another person. Just suppose if the promiser has no objection, then consideration may move to the third party also. Now just for example, okay, A has rented a house to B. So definitely when I am saying that rented a house to B, B is supposed to do the payment of rent as per the agreed time and agreed amount. But A has again given the instruction to B that instead of me, do the payment of these all rent amount to C. Okay, getting it? House owner A rented his house to B, and B is supposed to do the payment of rent to A as a normal rent agreement, but A has given the instruction to B, you don't pay me the rent amount, you pay that rent amount instead of me to the C. Okay, so now here what happening, consideration is moving from promisee to the another person. So this is also valid, it's okay. Maybe A was supposed to pay some amount to C, and for that he has instructed to B, instead of paying me that amount and then I will pay to C, better B is only going to pay directly to C. So consideration may move. Okay, then the next, consideration need not be adequate. Okay, now just suppose I don't know exactly, okay, or if at all, doesn't matter in example, fine. If you have agreed with a party called D, okay, if you have agreed with party called D that you will sell your house to D for rupees 20 lakh, okay, for rupees 20 lakhs. So who are the parties here? You and the D. Okay, and consideration, you will get the 20 lakh rupees and D will get the house. Now it doesn't matter that at present market value of your that particular house for which you have entered into the agreement with D is rupees 50 lakhs. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's not need, that's why I'm saying here consideration need not be adequate. It doesn't matter, because very first point we have learned, consideration must be moved according to the desire of promisor. So if you don't have issues, if you don't have a problem to sell your house which is having the market value 50 lakh but selling it for the 20 lakhs to the D, then no problem at all, it is totally accepted. Okay, it is totally accepted. Clear? And the last, it must be real and not the illusionary. So remember, just in your types of consideration I told, it must be real, it not should be only the word, okay, that chalo, you and me in the agreement and I'll say that I will I have some very nice treasure, okay, and I will give you that treasure if you will give me that rupees 10 lakh. Definitely not possible. All those in your only the, I think, some cartoon movies and all only, where people used to run behind the treasure and all. In real life, very less. Okay, so actually in real life not possible. Please, okay, there's no treasure and all. Fine, it must be a real one. Okay, why I'm saying again and again real? As I suppose if I have a very simple small box, okay, and I'm going to tell you that you give me 5 lakh rupees and I'll convert this small box as filled with lots of gold and all, and you will have a very nice treasure. No, that's not possible. It is simple box, it will be simple box, because I don't know any magic. It's not possible from the magic also in reality. So it must be a real. Your consideration must be a real. See, you get in exams, I remember there was one question in your case study very nicely. A promised to B, I will convert this chalk piece into a gold piece if you will give me rupees 10,000. So this is not a real, not acceptable, because A can't convert by magic that chalk piece into the gold. It's not possible. Okay, so make sure whatever consideration you are agreeing, that should be real one. Okay, so these all are your points which you have to keep remember to making sure that your consideration is valid. Okay, so for the day this much, but still this particular point, that is lawful consideration, not got completed. In next class also we have to study something in relation to this, but for the day this much. Please go for your meaning of the lawful consideration, your types of the consideration, and points to which make your consideration as a valid consideration. Okay, so till then, thank you, have a nice day, enjoy.